Okay, Jim. Now, the second coming of Jesus, I'm assuming that's the coming of his kingdom. So I'm assuming that that's the whole thing in play there, because in my view, there's two comings of Jesus: when he comes in the sky and we go to him, and another time when Jesus actually comes on the earth, and that's after the 7 years of tribulation. In my opinion, well, not in my opinion. In fact, if you want to study the back end of Ezekiel, he is good at presenting what is actually celebrated. But it's not celebrated like holidays are celebrated now. And it's very important. And this is going to be hard for some people. It seems that if Ezekiel is talking about that in the river, by the river Chebar, in the shadow of ancient Babylon, as an exile, it seems like in his vision that he's talking about this whole episode as a time when the Jewish faith, to some extent, will be observed here. And that's true, because Jesus Christ is Messiah. Will Christmas, now I'm not going to tell you what holidays are going to be celebrated, because I really, that's going to be a real difficult one to understand. But you need to read the last part of Ezekiel to get that, the whole last part from 32 on. But in terms of will Christmas and Easter be celebrated, I don't know. I don't know, but I will, Christmas, I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Easter.
Well, by Christmas, I think he means the birth of Christ. Will we celebrate the coming of Christ?
Of course.
Yeah, but will there be a specific day for us to do that? Or will we
Every
just
day.
celebrate it all the time? But I think that's like, when we think about a holiday today, we think, we set aside a certain day, and on that day we remember.
I don't know that I'll do that.
Same with Easter, the death and resurrection.
I don't know that I'll do that, because every single day, every week we go to church and we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ.
And see, that's why I think this question is a little bit of an impossible question, because we don't know. We don't know what God is going to institute or not, and for some reason he hasn't told us that.
And the other thing is Easter, and that's a fascinating thing. Easter, the cross, the death, and the resurrection. The resurrection I celebrate every day, several times a day. But the resurrection, again, the communion is, when you do this, remember, we'll do this together at the end of time. At the marriage supper of the Lamb, which seems to happen once.
Is it a one-time event, or do we have to do it all the time? I don't know.
Now we're guessing. We're guessing what's afterlife. But
really don't know.
The truth is that when we think about heaven and we think about the things to come, we really can only speculate. And you know what Paul said? No eye has seen, no ear has heard the greatness that is still to come. It's a mystery. And that's the bottom line here. It's a mystery. But I don't think we're going to celebrate like we celebrate here.
Well, yeah, how could we? We'll see, though.